Welcome, one, welcome all to another episode of Tales from Beyond the Veil. My name is Ellie. I will be your DM for this fine evening, afternoon, day, whatever time zone you're in. And these are my lovely players. If you would introduce yourselves.
Hello, I'm Ollie and I'm playing Glory.
I'm Jason and I'm playing Galvin.
I am Kyle and I am playing Barnabas.
All right, so with that introduction out of the way, let's pick up where we left off. So, you guys have just heard this loud bang and then a roar, waking you all up from...
The church!
Yeah.
Didn't go to that mass.
It's woken you up from a dead sleep, most of you. You have realized you forgot to go to the church for work. Yeah.
Holy water.
And holy water.
You were being stopped.
So-
There were extraneous circumstances.
I'm going to wake up, have a very stern look at my face, and just kind of like twiddle my hands around that I'm going to burn a spell slot, and look for any fiends within a mile. I only know if they're there, I don't know the location or number.
They're there.
Okay.
They're there. It's a strong feeling. All right, so
I just grabbed
Barnabas, we weave this spell, and you feel a strong presence of fiendish essence around, and just quietly to yourself, fuck, great.
I just grab a tunic, my staff and tome, and one of my short swords.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You throw on this tunic, you grab some weapons, and you start getting ready. And what do you do? Roll over, goes back to sleep. No, I'm joking.
Rolls over, goes back to sleep.
No, get out of it. The thought real is very present. But I don't know what they're after. What they're after might be me shaped. So I'm gonna get out of bed. Do I have a view of the street from the window, or are the windows like shuttered, boarded over?
No, they're not boarded over. They're very nice. It's a nice establishment.
Yeah.
You do have blinds that have like pushed down, and they're fairly thick. But you can easily just open them.
I'm gonna do a little peek.
Okay. Empty streets.
Okay.
It's bright out.
Right.
You
I
do
hate
see
that.
every once in a while a commoner
Yeah.
kind of like walking, like every once in a while just walking by. They look on the poorer side, not sure if it's because they are not established in a home or if they have some other business this late at night.
Right. And are they the ones you mentioned laughing? Are they the ones doing the laughing?
It's not them.
No.
It's an echoey laugh. It's not like it's coming out of like outside your window, and it's not like, you can hear it and then it dissipates. It's more of like a all encompassing ambient echoey laugh.
Does it remind me of anyone in particular? Just
No.
okay. I mean that's good.
No. It reminds you of a certain layer, but it's not necessarily a specific voice that you recognize.
No, yeah.
I know it's not much to go on, but since I do know it's a fiend, can I try and maybe recognize the sound, if at all?
Very similar to a hyena's laugh. You're not... Make a religion check?
With my favorite enemy, I could do like intelligence, and it's also advantage because it's one of my favorite. 14 plus 3 is going to be 17.
You can. You don't know. You know the kind of the kind of like kind of creature it is, but you're not sure what specific layer. You don't know specifics about like layers because you know that each hell has 7 layers.
Mm.
Each one has a different kind of damage specialty, as well as like, you know, there's pride, envy, lust, greed. You know all these things. You're not sure which layer it's from, but you know it's from one of them. Like,
Yeah.
well, like one of the two being, it's either going to be envy, it's either going to be greed, or it's going to be lust.
Okay.
Either it could be one of those 3 because each one of those are besides greed, those are the other 2 are the lower tier, the weaker layers, basically the smaller layers of hell.
Okay.
You know these to be it's like a doggish devil. It's a hyena devil, basically.
Okay.
And you know their voices can be echoed out.
A knoll?
No, not a knoll. Not a knoll. It is a smaller. You wouldn't know this.
But as far as I can tell, it is a.
It's one of the smaller.
canine-type
Yeah,
thing.
it's one of the smaller devils. They are not as weak as an imp, but not as strong as a spine devil. They're like somewhere in the middle.
Okay. Okay.
And they typically circle their prey.
Okay.
So you know they're not in the town. The sound that you're hearing is from around the outskirts. They are, you know them to be very light sensitive. You kind of get the idea of why they have so many torches around now.
Okay.
And you can kind of guess why they haven't come into town.
I'm going to prepare my bullseye lantern.
Okay.
That's going to be able to burn for 8 hours.
Okay.
Outside of that, I'm going to be like kind of half dressed with my armor on and just heading out.
All right. Around the same time, you do see Galvin head out of his room as well. Not armor. Well, you don't have armor.
Actually dressed. instead
Tunic
of wearing-
on.
No, I mean, you saw me in like full robes. I'm wearing essentially like a tank top tunic.
Oh.
Yeah, he's wearing a
Some
tunic.
tattoos down this arm.
He's wearing a tunic and has some weapons on him.
I've got my staff, my tome, and a short sword.
Without my long sleeves on of my normal attire, you do see that my arms from the wrist all the way up to the elbow are bandaged.
Oh, I have immaculate skin.
Except for the tattoo.
Except for the tattoo.
Weird flex, but okay.
And then what do you do?
I mean, I recognize, yeah.
You know what kind of creature this is.
Absolutely.
You do definitely hear
And you would-
footsteps outside.
You would
the
essentially
door
know
moving.
this is an envy kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Well, fun. Part of me really wants to go to sleep. Part of me really wants, especially knowing that they don't come into like a lighted area usually. Part of me really wants to go to sleep.
You don't know why they would circle this kind of area. You have an inkling, maybe, but this area was already lit before
Yeah,
you came in, so
Yeah.
you're not sure what they're after.
but they want something. This isn't random, they're being staked out. And if one of them gets rash and decides to, break the cover of darkness, or if they figure out a way to turn out the lights, we're all
Yeah.
rather fucked.
The reason why you would know this, so would you. The reason why they stick to the dark area, the reason why they stick to the darker areas is because it's easier for them to use their camouflaging aspect of their bodies. It's easier for them to just kind of meld into darkness rather than in the light. It's a lot harder for them to go unnoticed. They could.
Yeah.
But they're sort of like hyena creatures, so it's kind of hard to miss.
I'm very proud of you. So, shit. Head things off in the past, I always say. I'll, especially if I hear, motion outside the door. Or
Yeah, you hear
the
two
movement.
doors kind of close, and just a hey.
I'm gonna take a minute while we're moving, because God, I need it. I'm going to expend another charge off of my tome to change out another spell after using only a minute to an abjuration spell.
As it's fairly obvious that he's preparing to engage in whatever is going on, I'm putting the rifle in my bag and grab a holy water flask out of it and offer it.
Oh! Thank you. Actually, I can use this.
Regardless about if you're planning to go out there, it's nice to have.
I don't have my usual pockets. It's sort of like half in a pocket that,
Not
it's
super
gonna be
secure,
clunky.
but
It's gonna be clunky in my pocket.
They're doing all this prep. I'm just gonna,
My
summon
big
my focus, my blade.
So I'm going to remove this from my...
I'm not happy to be. I'm not happy at all. This is not. I don't like it.
As soon as the minute's up, I'm gonna cast Major on myself.
okay, that's fine. So you guys are just kind of hanging out in the.
No,
I assume we're walking.
You guys are walking?
He's handing me a holy water flask. Put it in my
All
pocket.
right,
I'm
and
now
do you follow
taking
suit?
a minute to...
Yeah, no, I assumed that, I heard them walking outside.
So they walked out, and then you came out.
I came out.
Okay.
And it's better to fight in a group, especially if you don't have any fucking enemies. So I'm just gonna, I guess
I'm gonna say that again. No.
I'm going to catch up with them. I'm not happy about it.
No shit, Sherlock.
So you come out.
You
and,
guys walk past because you have to go through the
Lobby.
the tavern area. There's few patrons in here. Most of them passed out. One's kind of just still sipping. It's like 1 or 2 in the morning. It's not like it's super late, but it's kind of late. And you can tell that this person is probably staying here. And the barmaid that you had seen before is not in the bar area anymore. There's instead this small, stocky man with a really, really nice trimmed short beard. And he's just kind of playing with these like small, like, they're not daggers, like they're more like shanks. Darts. Yeah. Shank like darts.
Lawn darts.
And he's just kind of throwing it at the bar. You can see that there's just this one area of the bar that's just mangled to shit, and he's just and he doesn't seem bothered by the cackling at all.
Yeah.
And he looks up and goes,
Having a nice evening?
Hmm?
Having a nice evening?
"It's warm as shit.
Is this normal?
Past few months, yeah."
Honestly, quite odd what people get used to.
I fucking say.
When it started happening, they were coming in the town, and we realized they didn't like the light. So we put light everywhere. So it's safe to go out there. They don't come in.
How many months precisely?
Good question. I would say, give or take, 4 or 5 months.
Okay, that's not precise, but it's fine. Did anything change in the town that before? Did you bring in a new water feature, or build a building or dig up some fucking bones or something. What?
You think they're ghosts? No, the fucking hyenas.
Something brought them, sir.
No shit, Sherlock.
So, what happened 4 or 5 months ago, give or take, that changed something about your town that made it attractive to them? Can you think of bloody anything?
By the way, they're with you now.
I just saw them walk in, start talking, and I just let it happen.
He's twirling his shank dart.
Shard.
No. No.
No. I mean, got no priest, but that's about it.
A priest.
Yeah, that's about it.
Did I see him earlier? I think
Wait.
you mentioned that he was in the room.
There was a priest in there.
What do you look like?
He had his back turned to you, but he did have. He was definitely human. He had white hair that's kind of like short, crew cut.
Interesting.
Let's go pay the temple a visit.
I think that's wise.
Why are you all interested? I'm just staying here for like a night.
Oh, well, it's my job to take care of fiends like this and an exorcist.
And my beauty sleep is very important to me.
I was almost done. I only have 4-hour rests. I forgot about that. Haven't played an elf like this before. Actually, would you say I got a full rest in? Fuck yeah, I'll take it. Fuck yeah, got some spells and shit.
I retort what he says, and but that's also my job to deal with these things.
Ah,
I better roll D3.
Right. sure. Well, good luck with that. And he goes back to throwing the dirt at the same place.
You wouldn't happen to know.
You wouldn't happen to be interested in drinks before you go?
No, thank you.
No, I've tried.
One from the road.
Should you?
Takes little flasks.
If they're afraid of flying, it
Just
might not be a
throw
bad
four
idea to
silver.
store up on some liquor.
Entire gold is
Wow.
your sleeve.
I'll take that.
Granted, we could probably
Pocket
look
it.
for something more potent. But if not, this is a good substitute.
I've got the mug. And I'm
He
not-
gave you a flask.
Oh, flask?
Yeah, fully a flask.
Is it metal or
It's metal.
okay?
He took the flask out of his own shirt.
Oh, it's sweaty.
Well, it's a pocket shirt.
It's still sweaty.
It's not sweaty.
I'm going to pocket the alcohol.
Okay.
And just keep going.
Pocket alcohol.
Right. So you guys head out. It is compared to the bustling city town that you were used to. There's significantly less people in the streets. There are still some out and about, but it's for 1 a.m. It's not that much. It's about what you would expect for 1 a.m. in a town this size. People don't seem to be too bothered. Every once in a while, when the echoing gets a little bit louder, people kind of, look around, seeming a little alarmed because, it's still an echo of a laughter. But as soon as they look around and see other people, they're like, okay, there's other people, I'm okay. And they go back to their business of walking towards whatever destination they're walking to. And you guys are heading towards the temple.
Mm-hmm.
You guys head towards this temple, and it is still the beautiful temple that you remember. It's small, and you walk in. The temple doors are not locked. This temple seems to have 24/7-hour services for any emergencies or anything like that. A lot less clerics on duty, but doesn't seem. You look around and you don't see the priest.
I'll, with my staff, just sort of knock on the stone flooring. Dun, dun, dun. Hello?
One short excuse me, halfling kind of comes out from one of the offshoot rooms.
We did an insight check, Barkeep. Never was.
and she has like robes, kind of like. It looks like she was not sleeping, but she wasn't awake fully. And she goes, "How can I help you? There's an emergency.
Hello.
How do we
Someone
sleep
hurt.
through this?
Maybe soon. Did you get a new priest recently?
Yes, we did. He's not in right now.
Where could we find him?
I apologize. For the safety of our staff, I can't disclose where they sleep or live.
No,
Can I-
that's
I'm going
completely
to
understandable.
walk up to her and be like, I'm going to walk up to the small priest and I'm going to.
She's not a priest. She's a little
Yeah.
cleric.
The cleric, and I'm going to try to enact my legal authority. Does my badge hold any merit towards this particular church?
I mean, it doesn't like it's not like it's disregarded, but she kind of you show off the badge, and she goes, I understand and I appreciate your services, but I still can't disclose where he's sleeping. It's a safety thing. Please don't be upset at me. I really don't want to get fired. So, but yeah, is there anything I could help you with? I could totally, I
was
could
intending on
do any blessings or.
asking beforehand. Can I insight check that he's not here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just in case
And-
he is.
With
Fucking A. Oh, dog shit.
just sort of
Nine.
passively at the bar, if he was trying to deceive us, would I have picked up on
He
that?
wasn't deceiving
Okay,
you.
that's what I thought.
I mean, there wasn't much to do.
Yeah.
He didn't really say much.
Well, I
Do
mean,
you, I will also insight check.
Mm-hmm.
12.
Dog shit.
No, 13.
She's
still-
not like she's obviously hiding where he's sleeping, but you get the sense that
He's not.
it's
he-
not.
It's not.
He's not here awake.
Okay.
just
Bless you.
2 more questions.
Yes.
May I get his at least name and appearance?
His name is Father Sergey.
Sergei.
And if you ever need me, my name is Tanya. I do the night watch and help anyone in need. I can bless. Is there anything else like that you need? I assume it's probably the. You guys don't live here from here. Is it the echoing that's bothering you?
Very much so.
Yeah, it stops around, 4 in the morning, so it should be fine. So just, I would say try to cast silence around your area. That's the best I could do.
Do you have a spell scroll for that?
I do, it's not cheap. It's not expensive, but it's not like a cheap thing.
How much you asking for it?
It's not super expensive, it's like 50 silver.
Holy shit! It's a steal.
They're
Stocked.
stocked. They're
I'll
stocked.
take one. Absolutely.
Yeah, sure. Anyone else?
Give her 50 silver. I don't think either of you can learn spells like that, but if you want to take a spell scroll for yourself, good idea.
If you don't mind, may I sit in the pews for a moment?
Of course. Is there anything I can get you? You're like, there's not that many people in here. I can get you guys water or something.
Any holy waters prepared?
I would have to prepare more. If
We should-
you wanted all for you, like for each individual one of y'all's.
3 hours.
Oh,
It's an hour ritual.
No,
per
I
flask.
have enough for one person.
Oh,
I don't have
because I
a-
requested it.
Yeah. Oh, are you the one that?
Yes, I
did you pay for it already?
No.
Okay, that's why they. Okay. So I do have enough for one person, which apparently that's yours. Did you want to pay for that now?
Yes.
Sure.
Sure,
Let me go
yeah.
ahead. I'll go towards the
hand
back
her-
and,
I'll
and grab it
start
for you.
With my bare skin.
Yeah, and she goes ahead and goes towards the back room where she
Wallet.
was, and she grabs the.
When she goes to the back room,
Mhm.
may I investigate?
Yeah, sure. What are you looking for?
I am looking for any signs of the priest.
Sure.
This is an advantage because I have expertise on it.
Expertise is you just adding your proficiency.
I'm sorry. You're right. Let me roll that again then. I messed it up.
Those were also very different.
No, they were
rolls.
very different rolls.
An
Yeah,
advantage was a natural 20 and a natural 1.
yeah I messed it up. I'm terribly sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
That is also a natural one again.
Oh.
It was the same die too.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
It
he's
said,
not around
"No,
anywhere.
I roll in that one. I'm gonna keep in that one.
Okay. Look. And then I'll just come back to that when she comes back.
Yeah, you hear, not like a rummaging, but like she's like definitely pulling stuff out and pouring some water into a flask of sorts, and she brings it out to you, and she goes, sorry, this is always awkward. Money?
Oh, of course. I'm already pulling out, counting
Yeah.
out 25 gold out of my beer's wallet, which is what I'm going to call it every single time
Thank
I
you.
talk about pulling money out. Take it back. Yeah, you
Sir.
gave me one for free.
Anything else I can do for you folks? I'm terribly sorry that he's not here. Sometimes he is on night watch with me, but today he was doing a lot of sermons and masses today, so he's taking a rest.
Sure thing. Sure.
Do you know when he'll be back tomorrow?
He'll be back first thing in the morning. He kind of lives here.
Right, first light?
Yeah. So like in like, he usually comes in around like 7:30. So that's kind of what he does. He's and sorry if I'm prying, but why exactly do you need him specifically?
We think in one way or another he might be able to help us with your little hyena problem.
Right. Yeah. Sure. Okay. Well. Anything else I can do for you?
I don't think so.
Alright, well.
I did also pay for a sound score.
Yeah, that's fine. You get that too. She handed it with you while she was handing the.
Got it. Okay.
Well, if you need anything, I'll be here until 7:30 when my relief comes. So, again, my name's Tanya. If you need anything, she has like a short like Dora the Explorer haircut going on. She's like small little halfling with like little pointed ears. She's very cute. She's very cute little. At first glance, she looks like a child.
There are, I guess there's an awful lot of laughing. I am going to use one of my abilities, and I'm going to detect the nearest breach within a mile. Only the nearest.
There isn't one. Which means either it opened up and closed, or they've been here a while.
Okay.
Which they have, as you know.
A while makes sense.
And for you, it kind of makes sense that there was a spined one on the outskirts of town.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. Yeah.
But what doesn't make sense is the color of their magic. It was purple.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, good to know.
And
That's
then
fine.
there's
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
Does a passive perception of 22 show anything, or is that just internal screaming?
It's absolutely just internal me realizing that stuff is bad. Right. Okay. Thank you, darling.
she gives you a small bow, and she goes back to her corner of her little room area.
I reciprocate.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
One thing that does kind of strike y'all odd is there was laughing, but then there was a roar.
Yeah, that
Also,
has been percolating in the back of my mind.
I'm not about to go out there with all the laughing to get swarmed by the things laughing and then the thing that's roaring. Sounds like a bad idea.
I have two questions. One, what is the state of the roads? Are they dirt, cobblestone, or a mixture?
Mostly dirt. There's cobblestone, but it's mostly used for decoration, like, cobblestoned, like, build-ups for, like, the fountain, or just, like, areas for flower beds, things like that. It's not really used for people to walk on. It's mostly dirt.
May I use survival to maybe examine some footprints, maybe see if one's going in a different odd direction?
Yeah, make a survival check.
Alright, I have expertise on that, and I'm not going to roll wrong this time. This is going to be a plus 10. That's going to be 18 total.
Yeah, so, there's a mix of footprints. It's a mixture of different, like, there's regular footprints that would be left by humans, there's some that would be left by what looks to be, horses, just like an array. It's not like it would be, there's nothing really too discerning, that's not the word.
Upsetting, disturbing.
Disturbing, that's the word I was,
Okay.
like, there's nothing disturbing really about the pattern of footprints. It's kind of going with the flow of traffic.
Okay. Then I just know that people have been here, and that's about it.
Yeah, no one's really gone out. Especially recently, no one's really gone out. The only footprints that are weird are your guys' footprints.
And I guess my last thing I wanted to do, is I wanted to go towards the edge of the light
Mhm.
and shine the lantern to see if I could actually get a physical look at.
Yeah, sure.
these
How
beasts.
far does the lantern's light go?
It is a bullseye, so it is, I believe, 60 feet.
You shine your light around, and the flowers are fairly high. You do have to poke your head a little bit through the sunflower area because that's kind of guarding as like a fence almost. So you push it a little bit to the sides. They're a little bit tough because they're thick stems, but you push to the side just enough, and you do see rummaging back and forth as the echoes get louder and then dissipate a little bit, and you do see some spines of like thick, coarse hair kind of prickle up as the light kind of shimmers over it every once in a while, and it goes under and it dissipates, and the laughter kind of goes lower, and then when you move away, it gets louder again. Yeah, so they're definitely circling back and forth.
I am going to go to Glory and describe what I've seen.
They do have they have like from what you've seen, like the coarse, thick stemmed hair. It starts from like dark black that fades out to this sickly yellow, which gives you, with your religion check from earlier, it gives you more of a solid idea of what layer they're from, which is envy.
And basically relay that information, I guess, to both of them, because I don't know why I would just pick Glory over the man who has said he has demonology in his background. Any thoughts?
About how many did he see?
3 or 4 go
3 or
back
4.
and forth, and that's just in that one little area.
Yeah.
So.
My thoughts are until we have a clearer vision of what they want and why they're here, it would be foolish to dive in headlong, especially since we don't know if they're here alone.
Well, I would never want to fight forces much greater than I, though if I can narrow down exactly what they are, we can definitely prepare better.
exactly are like? What are they?
I guess I would do the help action to you for religion.
Oh, you can give assistance.
Yeah, that's help.
What are they? I guess I'm rolling to see,
From
would
description.
Glory be able to discern what they are, what, strengths, weaknesses, how to deal with. $25 for religion.
All right, and so you're trying to discern what kind of creature it is.
What kind of creature they are, and once I know what they are, how to deal with them, and if it would be stupid to. Well, I mean, I know it would be stupid
What
to
would you
just.
24. I rolled that 20.
So you've rolled for 25. You've
Yeah.
rolled a natural 20. Both y'all roll high enough to discern kind of like what kind of creature this is. It is from your readings, you've read that there are different creatures, and based on the coloring, that kind of can determine what layer they're from. You've discerned that they're from the layer of envy. You know that they're not super strong, but in numbers, they're a little bit scary.
Yeah.
With enough numbers, they could take out a whole town. And with the amount of laughter that you hear,
There's numbers.
there's numbers.
How best are they fought off?
Best fire.
Fire.
Their whole thing, although hell is known for fire, each layer has a different immunity,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. The fire immunity mostly comes from Wrath's layer.
This is what I get for reskinning all my shit to lightning.
Envy's layer is immune to lightning.
It's what I get for reskinning all my shit to lightning.
Yeah.
It's fine. A chromatic orb, which I can choose.
Fire is not necessarily an immunity completely for Wrath. Actually, it's like a resistance. Lust is the one that has the immunity. Wrath has an immunity to force damage and stuff, which is normal.
Gotcha.
They don't really have any like magical type kind of that they're immune to, if that makes sense.
Immune or vulnerable?
Immune. Wrath specifically. They are immune to bludgeoning though, and slashing and piercing damage.
Non-magical weapons.
From no.
Well, if it's a magic weapon.
It's the magic part that, like, it's not necessarily slashing that gets them. But besides the point, we're not dealing with Wrath.
No, don't have any.
Yeah, so based off the coloring, they're from the layer of envy,
Right.
which, with your natural 20, you've read that these hyenas are normally, like, in the layer itself, from what information you've kind of gathered, which there's not a lot of information on the layers since, traveling between planes is near to impossible. It's possible, but very rare cases, it has to be like a natural occurring rift. You can't successfully tear a rift into this particular plane on purpose with the magical means that people have access to right now. But what you've gathered is these creatures are usually hunters for their master, if that makes sense. Someone needed to have sent them here to get something or someone and then bring it back. So you don't know what it is though. It always varies. It's in order.
Do I know of like the classic like major players in the Nine Hells? Like I'm talking.
There's a leader.
And as far as like this is meta speak, like as far as like there's like an archdevil of some sort, then below that the general thing is like a pit fiend type.
I mean, there's a class system that they use based off of raw power,
yeah.
but I would say you don't know like the specifics because the 7 layers of hell are almost very it's very obscure because of how little research can be done on the actual lair. Like, you know a lot about the Feywild because there are people who have fell from portals into this world from the Feywild. You know, you can find research easily, is what I mean, on those layers. You can find research easily on the layer, the ethereal plane, because it's
A mirror.
a mirror.
Yeah.
The planes that you have easy access to. The only reason why you have access to information on the Feywild itself is because people have
Come from there.
not on purpose, but they've come from there and
Willing
kind
to
of
share information, or unwilling and got forced out of it.
exactly. Yeah, so like planar travel is not super developed in this area,
Got it.
in this plane itself.
I think you told me everything you were going to tell me.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are hunting dogs. They work for someone. Who that is, who's to say as of right now, but they're definitely after something. And I think our priest is the first person we should look in on.
Straight in the morning, because she never told me what he looked like.
I caught a glimpse of him earlier today.
The back
Enough of a glimpse.
Enough of a glimpse for what? Like, what are you...
a hair color even.
It's a...
White.
Sorry, just the
Hair.
It was a white buzz cut.
And that's all she told me. I've been on the road for
Hair color even. All I need is... You're confident enough that all you need is hair color, but then follow it up with... Been on the road for months.
So, an old priest with white hair. Alright, we'll just wait till the morning.
Hopefully this one won't take us months.
Yeah, so you guys head back to your respective rooms and go to sleep best you can. You guys get your full rest, mechanically speaking. It's just not a restful rest. You're cranky a little bit.
Yeah, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna recast, because I got the spell slots available. I'm gonna cast into my Ring of Spell Storing Mage Armor again.
Okay.
Because I expended it from yesterday. So I might as well recast it.
All right, so
And then
like Tanya said, the giggling had stopped around 4 in the morning, and you finally kind of like dozed out off peacefully. You guys get up, you guys get dressed properly. So you guys head to the church. And what time are you guys getting up?
crack
it was,
of bloody dawn.
It was like 1 in the morning, or like 2ish in the morning by the time we got back.
Yeah, by the time we got back, it was around 2.
Yeah, I'm up at 6 then.
Okay.
So.
I had to take a full rest, and it needs to be...
You had half a rest by the time.
So it needs to be 8 hours consecutively, though, right?
Mhm.
So,
Not consecutively. Consecutively.
Not right now.
Just
Just finish.
finish your
Finish
rest,
your
you're
rest.
fine.
Yeah,
okay, then for 4 hours would be up at 6.
Alright, so you guys get up at 6 in the morning. The priest isn't there till 7:30.
Well, so that gives us time to,
No shopping. Anything's open.
Nothing's
6 a.m.
open.
Wakey, wakey, motherfucker! I need to buy some shoes!
Yeah, no, nothing's really open except for like bakeries. There's a few bakeries around town that are baking fresh bread.
Yes, I'm going to go find
some
somewhere that
sweets.
sells some sweets, some pastries, something raspberry filled. That's what I'm doing this morning. Anyone else?
You guys
Could
meet down
actually
in the.
murder a pastry, yeah.
Oh, maybe like a guava and cheese. Oh, cheese filling. Oh,
What the hell is guava?
it's a fruit.
Oh, we're going to enlighten you, my law-abiding friend. Come on.
So you guys head to the nearest bakery, the Clumsy Sugar Bar.
The clumsy,
The Clumsy
sugar
Sugar Bar!
That's awesome.
I love that for her.
I'm not gonna bother to write it down. I'm just gonna be a one-off.
I like the Clumsy Sugar Bar. Nope, I've made it a chain. It's a thing now.
Oh boy.
So you walk into Clumsy Sugar Bar, and just as you open the door, of just freshly baked goods of breads, cookies, cakes. They've been like baking since early morning.
4 a.m. As soon as
Yeah.
the dogs stop, they're like, that's our alarm. The sudden silence is their alarm.
And you hear a small bell chime, and you walk in, and this place is like, it's part of like a storefront area. Like there's this bakery, then there's just this magic shop that's not opened yet, and then there's another little like store for like it's like a deli of sorts. So it's like bakery, magic, deli. Just magic shop's a little out of place, but it's fine. It looks like like if you look closer at the sign, it looks like there was like a food related shop, and it's like kind of been chopped. Like it looked like it closed down and it was changed into a magic shop.
It was like a dinner restaurant.
Yeah, like a restaurant of some sorts. And
So they had breakfast, they had lunch in the deli, and then a restaurant between it.
so you walk in, and there is this elf. She has pitch black hair. It's like double
Space buns.
Space buns.
Fantasy space buns.
With like curly, hair kind of off to the side. She is got flour up to the elbows, and she's kind of wiping them down with a white rag. And as she hears the bell, she walks out to the front. She goes, "Hi, how are you doing?"
Fantastic. Now, what's your selection? Oh man.
Well, we have the classic strawberry pastries. Are you looking for like pastries in general? Because I just finished a batch.
Oh yes.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I have strawberry, I have kiwi, I have mango, I have guava, I have guava strawberry, guava mango.
Are we talking like the pastelitos? Are we talking the little bite-sized ones?
There's a mixture. She has like them in like really nice presentation. They're all like stacked up, and they have like light powder on them. They look flaky as fuck.
The architecture is beautiful.
Much appreciated. Did you want a specific flavor? I do have we have a box, and she points up at the menu behind her. It's a chalkboard, and we do have packages you can get. So you can get 2 for 25 copper, or you can do the package where it comes with the array assortment, if you'd prefer. And are we together or separate?
Let me start with my order, and then you can decide if you want to hop on this. I'd like one of every flavor of the small ones.
So would you like to do the package deal that comes with every flavor?
Yes.
And it comes with 5 of the larger ones, and then 10 of the small ones.
Will you marry me?
I'm engaged, but thanks, I guess.
Side piece it is. Yes, though.
Ah, right. So she looks at you two and goes, "Anything for you except for a marriage proposal?"
Oh, and the coffee they have it. You do coffee?
That would be the deli over there. They have like a small coffee bar off to the side.
Are they open yet?
Yeah, they're open. It's actually the same owner.
What's the price on the breakfast?
So since it
For
was
my package.
for 5, it was 25. Or two for 2 large ones. They're fairly large, they're like this big. It was 25 copper. For I have to do math. I'd say like 1 silver piece.
Okay. Give her silver.
Okay,
I was about to break that down to copper, but I
it's fine. I'm not gonna make you do that.
As charming as you seem, I think just the pastry will be fine. The strawberry guava looks delightful. I think I'll actually take 2.
Sure. That'd be 25 copper.
Of course.
Yeah, and she starts packaging his, and then starts packaging yours. It's actually in a really nice like weaved basket.
Aw.
Like it opens up and it closes, like a little picnic basket that has like a hinge that opens up. You can tell a lot of the money doesn't go into the pastries itself; it goes into the packaging.
Yeah.
Apparently I have to get learned, as they say. I will just take the plain guava pastry, but I also have 2 old requests.
Yeah, sure. What can I get you?
A bag of your flour and your salt. I'll give you a go.
That's fine. I have a stockpile. I've just never had that request before. Let me go to the back really quickly, and I'll go ahead and pack. I don't have like pretty packaging like this for that because I've never sold
Well, if you put them in...
We're hunting fiends. Don't worry about it.
No, it's fine. No, we should get that on matching t-shirts. It'll be fun. Just
It's
let
how
everyone
I
know our
market.
business.
It's how I market. It is my business. It's how I market. Word of mouth.
Well, I'll be right back. And she goes towards the back. There's like curtains that kind of push to the side that she has for the back area. It's a kitchen back there, and she goes back and you hear some rummaging and what sounds like a sack being pulled, and then a smaller sack being pulled, and she goes, "Is that enough?"
If it's roughly more than a pound, it should be fine.
Yeah, it's a little bit over a pound.
Okay. How much would you want for this? This.
You said you would give a gold.
Okay.
That's why
Yes,
she
that's
does
what I
yes.
said. Yes.
Yes,
Go.
that is what.
Okay.
Yeah.
A pound of flour and a pound of salt.
It's expensive for flour, but she'll take it. You offered, man.
Of course. Jump on that profit.
And you do the exchange. She packages. She puts in the price. She doesn't just give you 2 pastries. She gives you about 25.
25 pastries.
Yeah, because 2 for 25 copper. She gives you 25 actual large pastries of guava, plain guava, with the powdered sugar on top. Yeah. This is actually one of like our party platters, but you gave me a gold, and I kind of feel bad just giving you flour and something. So just take these. I know it's just 3 of you, but
They
they're
won't
good.
go to waste.
Yeah, they're good. I can vouch for that. I also have freshly baked bread. I have like these small little doughs that are pretty good for travel, since you guys seem like traveled people.
Do you do cheesecake?
I'm gonna fuck up a cheesecake.
We do smaller cheesecakes. We don't do large ones. We've found that people don't buy them that often, so we do just the smaller personal size ones.
Are you sure you don't want to reconsider your marriage?
I love
That's
my
not-
fiance very much. She is lovely, so
Just had to ask. Yeah.
I'm also just so he's not my type.
Understandable.
Yeah.
No qualms. I just had to ask.
Yeah. So, anything else? I do have freshly baked breads. I have some what I call like little rainbow cookies, because we are the city of rainbows. And she pulls out these little tiny square cookies that have pink, green, and yellow, and then like sandwich in between like a thin layer of like chocolate. And she goes, "I can give you a free sample if you'd like."
I need to not. I'm sorry. This is really hard on me right now.
It's a free sample. There's literally no cost at all. Yeah, she has like 3 small little pieces. It looks like one of the cookies have been sliced into 3, and she has it on a small plate.
I'm sorry. You're just too. I've gotta go.
Yeah, I take the 25. I just look at Lori and Galvin.
I'm gonna go order my coffee. Either of you, I can order for you.
Just a black coffee.
I'm not going to drink any coffee. I will meet you two at the front of the church. I'm going to put these massive pound sacks back in my room. And
Okay.
go back.
I am just gonna after he leaves. I am just gonna slide a gold across the table to her and go, "I'm sorry," and I'll leave as well.
She puts it in a little tip jar that's like right behind the counter.
Black coffee and
And a caramel coffee.
And a sweet coffee.
Yeah, they're yeah, you get those. They're not expensive at all. They're like 3 copper each.
Yeah. And I'm sure I'll meet you outside.
Yeah.
Don't use
Yeah, I
that.
probably walk up to the deli as you're coming out.
So you go ahead and you put your shit back in your room. You guys head towards the front place of.
I mean, let's not do a whole thing about it. You order some coffee. Are we talking temple?
Yeah.
Temple.
Okay, got it.
The only thing I want to know is how many of those pastries did we demolish while waiting?
Oh, almost all of them. Yeah.
I think I left maybe one of the large ones and I ate the rest.
You
Slowly
half.
sampling each of
You
the
get halfway through before
Flavors.
7 starts to roll by, and you see a tall gentleman coming out from left side, not of the church, but like of the town towards the church, and the hair matches the description of what you saw last time. And he does have some robes on.
I recognize the robes and all that.
Yeah, and he has small, like oval glasses that are, they look like reading glasses.
Yeah.
And wrinkled face. He looks fairly old. And he is, receding hairline. Most of his hair is in the back. So.
Not
No, it's Kyle.
I'm going to hang back and sort of let.
He has his hands in, like, their robes kind of cover his hands, and he's walking with his hands like this. He's in a resting position while he's walking. Looks very proper.
You want me to take a look at this? I've already got some sort of things. Was expecting
I mean, yeah, go for it. What are you implying?
that they were expecting last night and they showed up.
I'll just sit in the pews and listen.
Or are we inside or are we outside?
Outside, I thought.
Yeah.
Like, but
Yeah.
He goes-
as-
you go
I'm-
inside?
I'm gonna go inside
Okay.
and sit down and just listen. I'm
Okay.
just gonna be.
As he comes up, like, closer to you guys, he does, like, nod at you and goes to turn inside.
Hi, I stick out a hand. Calvin Adenall. I was supposed to come by last night and I totally forgot. I ran into some trouble. I was here to inquire about issues with fiends, and I was planning on buying holy water. I collected it last night.
Right.
Later on, when I
One of the clerics did tell me about you. Come in. Together?
yes.
Right. Okay, that's fine. And he ushers you guys in, and he goes towards the same back room that cleric before had been in, and you walk in. He walks in first, and you follow him behind, and you just see this cleric like sitting. Same girl. She's just fucking out like a light.
I'll make it as a
Is what he does.
yeah.
And
okay,
she
fine.
jumps up and goes, "Hi, I wasn't." He goes, "Yeah, you weren't. You can go." He seems very chill about it. It's not like he's angry. He's just like a "not again" kind of vibe you're getting. There are a few chairs that look like for guests and a small table where he sits at. And she kind of gets up and walks out as he comes and sits down and goes, "Please have a seat."
Wanted to see you want to join us?
I'm just.
You're elsewhere in the pews.
Yeah. I'm.
Oh, we have another person in your party.
Yes, he was waiting inside.
Bring it in.
Come on.
He does kind of like the religious thing and then walks on in.
All right. So you're looking for work?
There, I need the work. I now have. I spent a lot of money the last 2 days. And
This town will do it. We got like the best bakeries.
I know. They're very good pastries.
Okay.
So I had sort of been hinted at there was issues you guys. I mean, I figured.
We
that
haven't
out
had.
how you
I heard
guys-
that you are in Exorcist, right?
Yes.
There hasn't really been any exorcists
Possessions.
needed.
But-
No possessions.
I can also. Find
There
some
has
things.
been this small issue of. I'm sure if you stayed last night, you know.
Yes, woke up in a panic with that.
This is gonna incriminate me, but it did start when I did come here.
So we heard.
So I've heard. I kind of was traveling and I was sent here by the main head of the church, and it kind of just started. People are starting to correlate it with me, which I can't say why. I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Should I make a check, or do you want me to use my passive?
If
Is
you're,
it okay
if
if I
you're,
use my passive?
I would say if you're looking for deception, you would have to check. I can't. You can't just use your passive each time.
for-
I'm sorry. 18.
I'll try insight.
15.
19?
19, 15, 18. So, It's not necessarily that he's lying, but he is not telling you everything. If you want, you can definitely go out and try to see where they're coming from. I'm not exactly sure where they're coming from, but that's kind of all the information I can give you.
Is it? We already don't know.
Well, with your past, I'm not gonna make you check again.
I got a 20 total if you'd like to know. But yeah.
He can't tell you more. He can't tell you more. He said that's all I can tell you. Not that there isn't any more. So he is telling the truth that he can't tell you anything else, but you catch the sense that he's under an order not to speak more about something.
You don't have to say yes or no, obviously, but you didn't happen to bring anything with you, did you?
Unfortunately, I am not at liberty to say.
Very good.
Is this a verbal non-liberty or compulsion?
I'm not going to be answering any more questions, unfortunately. Unfortunately for you.
Just making sure you're not under any magical...
No, I'm not.
I was concerned for
I'm
your
not
safety for a moment. That's
I
what
am
was trying to do.
completely safe. The church has not harmed me in any way.
Or magically compulsed you?
No.
Go.
Yeah.
Do you still have that silent scroll?
Yes.
I'm gonna put my Inquisitor seal down, and I'm gonna look at him. I was like, "Would you please cast it?"
No.
Hmm?
No.
No.
No. I haven't copied my spellbook yet.
Oh.
I don't want to waste the scroll, and I can't.
By the
copy
way,
my
she did get
spellbook.
the scrolls from here, and you guys are in the same fucking room.
Yeah, but if we use it on him, I don't think we're being allowed to buy anymore. Unless I'm like, oh, can we purchase a silent scroll from you? And then I'm like, now. No, I'm not gonna cast it. It's a waste of a spell scroll.
Whatever, absolutely.
I haven't copied my spellbook yet. I don't
You've
know.
noticed with your passive perception, because you're not looking for this, he is looking around a lot.
Do his eyes linger anywhere in particular?
Behind you.
Behind us.
And as soon as he noticed you noticing him doing that, he definitely starts focusing on the person in the middle.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna get up from the table and just start to pace. I'm hoping that, if I can sort of pace around behind him, I can sort of track where his eyes were going.
Mm. I mean, it's kind of weird if you were to go behind him, because he is at a desk, and you guys, it's like an office area with a workspace bench.
Yeah,
Well, at least not.
You're like, I'm gonna go behind him.
Yeah. Not behind. I'm gonna pace, and then if I turn the way that he was facing.
Understand. Okay.
My brain did words bad. Clearly. But yeah, no. So I'm just gonna get up and pace, and say some dribble along the lines of. No, I think that makes absolute sense. Your devotion to your faith is admirable, sir. You're sure there's nothing else you can give us? And looking now at where he was looking.
It is in one of the corners of the room.
Mm-hmm.
There is a figurine of it's like not a figurine of a person, but it's like a statue of the symbol
Of the god.
of the god, yeah, which is a shield and 2 arms,
Gotcha.
swords. Thank you.
And is this? Would I be able to tell from looking at it? Is this a religious relic, or is this the thing that is being used to monitor him?
You wouldn't know. You would have to make a Arcana check.
Please don't fuck me. I said that very sensually, very close to the microphone. That's likely to be it. Would it be Arcana or religion?
Arcana.
Okay, shit.
So not a villain?
That's the wrong statue. I'm gonna keep fucking doing that.
Just take it out of your book.
I probably should, yeah. So, I mean, 22.
22. Yeah, it's magical. It is a
Is it divinatory magic, or is it, like, divine magic?
divinatory.
Okay.
Um,
Gotcha.
he goes, if there's anything else I can do for you, I will try my best to help. I am kind of stuck at the church at the moment. And
Of course. Listen. And I'll go and sit back down. We don't want to take up any more of your official time, of course, but,
I'm here for the people, it's fine.
if there's any way you want to, you know, I'd love to, you know, this whole religion thing is fascinating to me. I'd love to pick your brains about it sometime. Do you have any time off coming up where we could maybe, I don't know, grab a coffee? I'll buy lunch.
I do have lunch hour. It's gonna be around noon.
Noon.
Yes. If you guys want to meet me at the bakery, we can grab lunch.
Of course, I think that would be very amenable. What do you think, gentlemen?
Lunch at a bakery?
They do more than they collaborate with the
The deli?
deli and they create a really nice lunch menu together. They make such a great sandwich. It's very delightful.
Well, I'm excited to try it for myself. What do you think, boys? Does that sound like a good plan of action?
Wait, passive insights again? Oh, wait, I have it here. I don't have to ask. Okay. With all your passives, he's tense.
Mhm.
Jaws clenched. His eyes are darting around a lot. If you guys didn't have a 15 or higher, you wouldn't have noticed because he's definitely hiding it very well. But he is definitely wanting to get out of the church.
Considering I just read
I'll see you at noon.
I will allow you to do that.
Marvelous. Noon it is.
For lunch.
For
and
lunch.
only.
Yes, exactly.
Again, I can't answer.
No, I wouldn't ask you to.
anything.
That would be going against
This
your
is just
faith.
about the fiend circulating, right? Just to double check and make it clear.
Oh, yes, no, it was idle curiosity. Don't even worry your head about it. I'm sure you've got much more priestly things to do than humoring some tourists like us.
Yes, he does look at
I slowly put the
the daggers and shit. Yes, tourists.
He's a paranoid tourist.
Can't be too careful around these parts.
No.
It's
Well-
like you all, whatever. How much were you getting paid?
That is, did you take the job? I figured we can talk details over lunch.
Sure, fine, yeah. Let's go then.
Very nice meeting you three.
See you at noon for lunch.
Yes.
Yes.
He does get up as you guys get up, and you walk out first, and then he walks out second. You take a glance back. She looks a little sweaty.
Yeah.
You can tell it was getting a little touchy there.
Yeah.
Little touchy.
Yes, we shall meet at noon for lunch to talk about lunch
Lunch
things
only.
and food and lunch.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
As soon as we get out of the church, what was I missing there? There was a lot that was going on between you two.
Oh, we were absolutely being watched. Yeah, no, he was under surveillance,
From
so...
where?
Oh, there was a little figurine in the corner that was keeping track of his words and movements
Oh.
and... Yeah, so we sort
You
of
would
had to
hint
have...
at me and I
As
could've
you guys,
dispelled it.
are you saying?
I was almost saying wink, wink, nudge, nudge out loud!
But I didn't know what was going on. Or where the source was. I couldn't know that stuff.
You guys are saying this inside the church or outside?
Outside.
No, outside, God,
I
yeah,
said
no,
as
we're
soon as
gone.
we leave the church.
With your passive perception, not you two, because you guys have
Perception,
15.
perception.
Passive
My
perception.
passive perception
Passive.
is 22.
Yeah, no, I have a decent past perception. He has the good.
Okay,
past
so
perception.
not yours. Sorry, I keep mixing up your two's past.
Well,
Because my
it kind
insight
of
is-
made
Yeah.
sense because I threatened the man. Something didn't happen because these aren't the normal people I'm working with, and I was just kind of flustered and in the corner, trying not to be threatened.
Yeah, you notice on your way out that there's a lot more than just that one figurine in that room specifically, as well as all throughout the whole church. There is one. It looks like decoration.
Yeah.
It looks very integrated, but you did notice there's quite a few of the small figurines, especially inside the church and around the church.
Sexy.
While they go out for lunch, I'll be buying booze.
If we want to, because they're not here during the day.
No,
But
they're
they
not.
run around in circles around the town, and then they go somewhere to leave. Meaning there's probably tracks.
Yeah. I mean,
Right.
I'm very good at tracking them.
Yes, I've seen you take a look around, footsteps and stuff, so I figured you'd be... I just thought it was an idea in my head that we might be able to, you know,
I see no reason why not.
Well, in the time being,
at least we know which direction we can leave from the next way.
I'll be making molotovs.
I can just cast some magic and stuff and make things on fire.
I've got a dagger and a whip.
So you're making...
So you're making Molotovs?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then while you are at lunch with your lovely new friend, while I'm not there threatening him, I will be looking for
Yeah,
traps.
you jumped right to like
Yeah, you were like
interrogation real
the
quick.
force of the law.
On top of that, no, I haven't, like, I've had it for one day, and I do not have the money to be transferring it right now. It's expensive as hell. So,
I didn't particularly think of that. Again,
I'm
not
clearly,
usual people I work with.
and you're also not a wizard. I suppose you wouldn't know exactly how we operate. But
No.
the fact that I got that for 50 silver is a steal, but it's still going to cost me about 100 gold to get it into my tome. So, once that's done, I can cast it whenever you need. That'd be fine. But, till then.
I can contribute 40 right now.
I would have it done in about 4 hours, then it'd be contributed.
Okay.
Which means it'd be done by the time it's time for our lunch date.
So,
There's your collapsing, I guess. I wasn't expecting you to be that loud, sorry. You give me 40 gold?
Yep.
so are we tracking or transcribing?
You're tracking, I'm transcribing. If you can choose whoever you want to hang out with, reminds me.
Track, transcribe, lunch.
Well, no, I'll be
I
done
know.
before that.
Yeah.
I want to make sure I'm there with you. My money's on the line here.
I suppose.
Yeah, do good, but I need to fucking survive, so can't keep relying on donations. So I'm going to go collect the materials I need. I'll see you all at the lunch place. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll probably get jazzed out on coffee while I'm doing it.
Marvelous.
So I'm gonna go to the magic shop between the two places and just get the magic ink and
Yeah,
materials. I
you
need to-
get. It's a basic magic shop. It's not like magic items and stuff and whatnot. It's more of like a basic equipment to create magic items
Yeah,
and
so,
you
so
know.
the basic inks and papers
Yeah.
for tome are easily accessible. So yeah, it cost me 50 gold per spell level. This is a second level spell, and 2 hours per spell level.
Okay,
So take
that's
4
fine.
hours, 100 gold. I'll have 28 left at the end of it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna spend.
All
my
right. So
time.
while you're doing that, you're going to do tracks. We'll.
And I'll go along with him.
So I need you to make a survival check around the area with flower. Like I assume you guys go to the area where you kind of peeked out to, because the flowers aren't necessarily blocking your way. You just step over when you move them.
This is the track fiends, correct? All right, so this will be my favorite enemy.
So you've got advantage, yeah.
I've got advantage,
Okay.
and this is survival. So I also have +10 on that, so
I
it's
miss
going to be
being
advantage and
here.
+10. The total will be 26.
All right. Yeah. Weird thing. They kind of jump in and out, so it's almost as if there's tracks and then there's nothing, and then there's tracks and then there's nothing, and the tracks are going both back and forth. What is your ability again? Is it constant?
No, I have to activate it once per day.
Okay. Alright.
I'm sorry. The ability to sense the breach is only once per day. The ability to
Sense for fiends.
sense for fiends is a spell slot.
Okay. Okay. Good to know. Yeah, so you kind of... What's your intelligence?
My intelligence is 16.
I'd say you're smart enough to kind of figure this out, put two and two together. It looks like there is just around the area portal. It jumps through, and then there's a portal again where others jump through, and it's kind of just every once in a while there's just a tracks and no tracks, and then tracks and then no tracks, like blink dogging in.
Okay.
You know they don't have this ability.
Slightly concerned.
So something is either naturally occurring, or someone has figured out how to harness that. At least for smaller creatures. This one.
Yeah, well, it does look like they're blinking slightly. You said it was fire, correct?
I said it was fire. When did
Well, we know that they're weak to fire, correct?
You know they're weak to
I
fire.
know
Yeah,
they're
you
weak to
do
fire.
too.
Okay,
Well, yeah.
I told that to
Yeah.
Glory. Well, I'm gonna get oil flasks, booze, and cloth, and we'll see how well that goes.
Yes. Yes, I
It
think
just
that
fields
would
of
be
flowers
fine.
out here, right?
Yeah. Off to the distance, you do see a young woman who's picking flowers. Looks fairly young. She's got the like light brown hair that's kind of like it's braided down, the fishtail braid.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of in down to the back of the hair. The hair goes down to like the middle of her back. She's got large circular glasses and like overalls, kind of like they're like bleached, not bleached, like light gray, and she's got just a regular tank top on that's a black color, and she's picking some flowers. Every once in a while you do notice like she's not super far off, but she does have like different kinds of herbs in her basket as well. And she does have it like in like it's a basket that wraps around her whole area, and she's just kind of picking some flowers. You can hear slight humming.
Is she picking flowers anywhere near the tracks?
Well, the tracks are all throughout the area, so it's kind of hard to say no, but they're kind of hard to, avoid. She's just picking flowers.
Yeah, I don't have much to say. That isn't suspicious to me.
Yeah. So, yeah, that happens. You see a person.
Okay.
Let's see if she notices you. She goes to turn around to, like, put her basket down, and she does notice two people, and she just kind of looks up and just waves and kind of walks after putting her basket down and putting more shit in it and picking it back up and walking away. She doesn't seem too bothered. It was a friendly smile. Nice and warm. Yeah. That's the only other thing you really see out here.
How much time has passed?
Not much.
Okay.
It didn't take you guys long to come here, and then
Setting up
Track.
Molotovs here, as many Molotovs
You
as
can-
we plan,
you
will
can.
take some time.
that'll take some time. What do you plan on doing?
Not much. I mean, I'm pretty good.
Okay.
If
You wanna
there's,
just stick with
yeah.
him, or did you want to like see the other man?
I mean, I'll-
I know.
I'll. If we're going back to the hotel and you're gonna do
Your
that
shit.
thing.
Yes.
Yeah, fuck it. not go bother Galvin.
Okay. Where do you see? Where are you?
Oh, I told him I was gonna go get jazzed on coffee, and
Okay.
so I basically went back to the deli, found somewhere to sit.
Yeah, there's like small little like benches with like small tables.
I'm probably drinking a coffee every half hour. So by the time our meeting comes around, I'm gonna be
Some
All
kind of
fucking
way.
jazz.
some
Jazzed
kind
up.
of way.
All right, so you see him and he's
I mean, if they've only been gone an hour so far.
no strong fucking coffee, man. You're just going.
I'm gonna take that in. And, sit across from him, and we're not gonna look weird at all, just sitting there for 4 hours waiting for our date. It's fine.
I'm working on it. This is the equivalent of someone going to Starbucks working on a laptop.
Yeah,
At least I'm buying things while I'm there.
that's valid.
You do see the girl with the flower basket go towards the magic shop, and she like you got your eyes meet.
Yeah.
She gives you another smile.
Was she not the one in there earlier? Okay.
And she walks into the magic shop.
Oh, no.
You know what happens.
Yeah.
You know what happens. By the time you show up, and it probably takes me a little longer to finish my coffee, but when I do, I put it down and I realize you're there. Oh, hey! I'm still working.
I noticed, yeah.
Yeah, this is hard work. Ooh. Yeah. Do you need something?
No.
You know what's funny? I told him that as soon as I got this inscribed in here, I'd be able to cast it. I can't fucking cast it today anyways. It'd take me like 2 hours at least to prepare the spell. Oh. I might not even tomorrow anyways, on the night.
Are you like, and please don't mistake this for thinking that I give any inordinate amount of care, but are you like good?
Yeah, I look over at my 2 new empty coffee cups. Yeah! The coffee's really fucking tasty.
You've had an amount of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that one before.
Yeah.
The person who runs the deli comes out and goes, "Hey, Galvin, here's your third one," and walks back out. Walks back over.
Should you?
I might get done with it.
I only have one thing. May I make an investigation check to find a specific beer?
Or you could just, I don't know, ask the barmaid.
No, well, I mean, they might not have it because it's specific, but it's called Dragon's Breath.
Let's find out.
Does it give a
Yeah, they
sound
have
effect like dragon's breath?
No, it's just really strong.
Yeah, they have it.
Okay.
Good old Ralphie
It goes
Star.
from it's about 10 gold pop. I'm gonna buy 3.
Sure. Sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, what a great patron you are.
It's not for drinking.
God, I sure hope not. All right, and she gives you 3, and she goes back to helping other people. Same girl from yesterday. She's here a lot.
Okay.
And time goes by, and the same girl walks back out of the mega shop. She does have a messy top bun now instead of her braided. She does like crack her neck a little bit as if she's a little stiff. She doesn't have her basket on. She does have her overall still, and she does not give you another look and walks out.
That's fine. Frankly, it would be weird if she did. I mean, yeah. It wouldn't be weird if she did. It's weird that she didn't. All things considered.
I mean, she's
But is it weird enough for me to care?
We'll find out if the chop orders out chicken.
She was humming out. And you wouldn't know about this. Don't say anything about chickens.
It's funny to me. Because I know what's going on, I just think it's funny.
No, I don't think. I mean, I think he'd be, a little relieved that there wasn't, scrutiny.
I mean, she didn't seem to like
Noticing.
be upset at your appearance.
Which is fine.
She was abnormally warm towards you, though. She gave you a nice, big, and warm smile.
That worries me. I'm gonna leave it alone for now, I think.
Okay.
Yes. I know what you want, but
If you're still sitting here, I'm not gonna stop talking while I do it.
that's sure.
Hey, with him already going and getting stuff to set things on fire, there is this stuff called alchemist fire you can find in those magic shops. Burns for quite a while, and it's kept in a jar until it's exposed to air.
They do have some in the shop.
Yeah, it's like 25, 50 gold a jar, and that stuff will just continue to burn until you actually put it out. It's green too, it's kind of cool. Some fucking scribbling sigils around multiple circles.
Are you implying something?
I'm saying if you want to burn stuff real good, alchemist fire is useful, but that's up to you. That's just something I know from my studies.
Right. If I come back and your heart's given out.
Then I guess you've got nothing to lose, huh?
No, yeah, that's valid. I'm gonna go to the magic shop.
Sure.
It just means you get twice the profits off this job.
The woman is wearing overalls, by the
Yeah.
way, like denim blue,
Yeah.
black shirt, and has a dark brown, like almost black hair with some strands of blonde kind of throughout. You walk in, and this young woman is just kind of, she has like a little toothpick in her mouth, has fairly angled features, and she's just kind of a little hunched over. She has like not a robe, but like a little, I don't want to call it a cape because it's not a cape, but it's basically a cape, and a shawl of sorts with a small little hood. That's
And this is not the flower lady, this is a different...
No,
yeah.
they just kind of dressed similarly.
Gotcha. Hello.
Hi, what can I do you for?
I'll take 5... How much does your alchemist fire run?
It's about, it runs, depending on the size of the jar, it's about 50 to 75 gold per pieces.
Per jar.
That's right.
That's exactly right, 50 flasks.
I'll take...
Y'all thought doing the Molotovs was the...
This fire burns better.
I'll take 5 of your 50 gold
5
jars.
of them? Sure.
You get all the fucking money drop.
Can I see payment first?
Of course.
It's quite a large purchase.
I'm going to withdraw from a couple of different pockets on my person.
With all your hands.
With just 2, I'm going to withdraw probably about 3 pouches that would equal 250 gold, and just drop them on the...
You don't mind if I count, do you?
No, I completely understand.
She starts counting it. It's all there. All right, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. She does turn around, and you do see a few feathers kind of poking out. And she comes back, and she brings the jars, and she goes, "That's everything. Do you need a bag?"
Actually, that might be nice.
Don't worry about those.
She bends down and grabs some from under the desk. It's a nice bag.
Yeah.
It's fabric, and it does have like multiple slots that are like each padded because it's made for glass.
Yeah.
And she puts them in, and she goes, "All right, that's all of them. There's 2 bags. Anything else I can get you?"
No. But thank you.
Guy.
Yes. Are you
Yes.
Right.
Right. This is not weird at all.
No, it's not. Is your back okay?
I mean, it's a little itchy, but that's it.
You might want to check that. I'm gonna go.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm
Have a
gonna go.
good one.
You as well.
No, that was all.
God, this is the second weird, strange fucking customer I've had. As you walk out, you do hear that.
Yeah. I'll go and sit back down.
The donuts.
That's fine. And I'll set the 2 bags down on the table.
I don't know, this is when his coffee's empty.
There's another one.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah. Are you good?
Oh, fine.
Will you?
It's,
Right.
it's nearing closer to the time.
What's that, like 6 cups in?
A little bit.
It's fucking like visibly vibrating.
Yeah. He's Jimmy without any coffee.
Yeah.
So, do we want to skip to that?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can.
Because we're well over time now.
That's fine. So you guys are sitting down at. Are you meeting or what are you doing?
I'm in the room. I'm
Okay.
in the room messing
just-
with holy water, oil, booze, and glass bottles.
Got it. Cool. Be careful.
Only half of those are to drink.
And
I was just ripping wine.
the priest comes by. He has 4 sandwiches in hand because he was expecting another person.
Mm-hmm.
Hold my tongue. Hi.
He puts one hand on his shoulder. Lesser restoration. You're fine now. Are you okay?
Yeah, you were doing something.
Here's a sandwich.
Yeah, I probably should.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You probably need to eat something. Yeah.
Yup.
Where's your other?
Oh, after threatening you, he felt it wasn't appropriate to.
Oh, I didn't feel threatened at all.
I mean,
It's I think the gesture of the thing for him. He's a
Sure,
funny
well, for me,
sort.
this is fucking good shit. Now that he's out of the church area,
Yeah.
he's less tense and more open spoken.
Yeah.
And he takes a bite and goes,
So what'd you bring?
right to business, okay.
no,
Puts down his
sandwiches.
sandwich. I'm sure that's not what they meant.
It wasn't. Sorry. Yeah. No.
Well,
Okay, I don't like Dijon. There's no mustard.
there's
on
no
this.
mustard on it. It's a plain sandwich. They do have condiments that you can put on if you want to go get some.
Yeah, so just hold. Oh, go ahead.
6 months ago, there was an expedition that I was part of. And I think the only reason why I'm saying this is because I think what the church is doing is wrong. And you guys seem a little more capable than the others that have been inquiring about the laughter. I'm just hoping that this kind of ends, and it ends with you. It was an expedition on this ancient site of sorts. It looked like a ritual area. It was an altar, runes that I couldn't read. And I can read almost every language. I was one of the head leaders there, and we found this crypt. And inside was this crystal of sorts. It had flashing of purple and yellow lightning mist. I can't.
2 colors. You're sure? 2.
Yes, I may be working for the wrong people, but I am not colorblind. We took it in. I tried dissecting it. May or may not have brought in something less than kind, and my entire team died. I've never seen something like it before. It was bulbous. Gross. Not of this world. I've never dealt with something, but the only reason why I survived is because I had a scroll of what's it called? My memory is shaky. I did get a beating before the war. I was able to cast the scroll. It took me to the ethereal plane.
Right.
Etherealness or blink?
Plane shift.
Blink. That's the one. I'm not a wizard. But by the time I got back and prepared another spell, it was gone. And ever since, I've been followed. I was originally at the main head church, and when things started getting, and I quote, fucky, they sent me here. I was the one that put up all the lights, and I casted some various spells to keep them at bay, but I don't know how much longer. I have it with me. They sent it with me because they were like, oh, since you're the only one that survived, maybe you can just keep it under wraps and study more about it. I have not touched that thing. And his voice has gotten very, very low. He is a little erratic about it.
Yeah.
You can tell he's definitely been shaken up.
Yeah.
There's just a little look in his eye where you can tell that that day something was broken inside of him.
So it wasn't destroyed. You said you broke
I
it
tried.
open.
It doesn't break. I've never seen something so fragile looking just not break.
How then did something come through if the crystal remained intact?
I don't know. I don't want to touch it again. We performed a ritual. There was, carvings of scenes that we recreated because we wanted to know what it did. And of course, naive people, of course. I can't say that we didn't protest against it, but the church was like, do it. And you can't deny them. Otherwise, you want to be excommunicated, and then, you're not allowed in certain places in this whole continent, and then I have to move to a different continent. Do you know how much expensive that would be for me to move to this continent, to Abith? I can't even go to edicts. Do you know what happens with edicts? Did I drink that coffee? Besides the point.
So, the demon problem is over for a jam that could be broken.
It's below the church. It's where I've been staying.
Killing demons is a temporary solution.
Yes, no, they'll simply come back. Unless we can remove or otherwise destroy this thing.
I can't let you near it. That's the only issue.
But you don't have to let us die.
Have you ever heard the phrase turning a blind eye? It falls right under
I serve the church that devotes to the god of war. They very much are more on the conflict creates peace. And if I create conflict, I will not be here anymore.
You don't have
weren't
to create
involved.
conflict. You weren't involved at all.
You didn't even know what happened.
No,
You went out for
absolutely
your lunch
not.
break and some vagabonds broke in.
Absolutely, yes.
That's not how it works. Even if even if they would take it as a sign of incompetence and eliminate the incompetent person. I'm risking my life even just being here right now, and I just... You heard that roar.
Yes,
Was that the thing?
Do you know what it was exactly?
The skin bubbled. It spewed acid. It had multiple mouths. 3 eyes. Boned wings. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
You don't have to. DM, would I know how to destroy one of these?
In your current state, you can't.
Good.
It is very vulnerable to fire.
Not.
It's definitely above a bone devil.
Not the crystal. Sorry.
Oh, the crystal itself. I thought you meant the creature.
Yeah. No, the
crystal. You know that you can't destroy it, but you could weaken it by separating the stone into smaller pieces.
Gotcha.
Making it smaller would make the connection to the other side much weaker.
Mm-hmm.
And in order to make it weaker, you don't just have to, break it apart. You would have to separate the pieces as well.
Yeah.
The power comes from a congregation of the power within the crystals. You know that the only way a crystal gets that large is if enough crystals were put together in one spot, it would melt together magically. It's like water, where like smaller pieces, it would just kind of create one.
So, speaking of water, if I were to say grind it up with mortar and pestle and chuck it in the ocean and scatter it, would that be enough? Like, essentially break it down into dust, throw it into a fast-moving body of water.
Yes. It's hard to say. Because the amount of power that it would take for you to grind it up into dust is so immense, it would take, at your state, years.
Shit.
The more easier, accessible way to do it is to break it into smaller chunks.
Mm-hmm.
This way, that's just the faster way.
Yeah.
Definitely, if you grounded it up into fine powder, it's next to nothing anymore.
Exactly.
It wouldn't be useful. But you're not at that level to be able to do that.
Father,
He's like leg bouncing. He's just like eating a sandwich out of nervousness. He's already on the second sandwich.
Oh. Rough.
the
Enjoying it.
this crystal, it.
Just call it jewelry. You don't know who's.
It's a dangerous word.
No.
This jewelry. How do you know it's time? Despise temporary solution. You take a.
But it might be just enough to be able to break it into smaller pieces.
Yeah.
It'd take a mage much more powerful than I to. And I've met them. An anti-magic field. Of course, mages of that level are far and few between.
Church does not want to dismantle it.
It's not dismantled at that point. It's just
It doesn't. They don't.
contained. No?
They want to use this power.
Oh, assholes.
Surely they realize the folly that is.
What?
I do.
That's
Okay, so here's something. I think this would be funny. If we can get a moment's look at it, just for the sake of seeing it, what if we created a duplicate? And then we switch them out. And we take care of the bad one. and the church thinks they've got this powerful artifact that is actually useless. And it's not your fault. They just don't know how to use it. I think that'd be
I've been
fun
holding
meal.
off for months. The church is getting antsy.
Yes.
We've recently changed figureheads. Just about a year and a half ago.
Describe to me this new leader of yours.
I've never met them.
That was eerie and creepy. I just want to point that out.
I'm an eerie, creepy son of a bitch.
Does it, real quick, can I make an insight check to sound, to sort of, obviously there was a reason. Does it seem like they've got some sort of,
Connection?
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Reputation, anything.
I'm not anymore high on the command list.
Because you got your friends killed.
The church got my friends killed. I was adamant about not doing anything about it because we had no idea what the fuck it did. But no. The church was like, we gotta try just to figure it out. If it's something evil, then we can contain it, blah, blah, blah. And then after it killed all my fucking friends.
Sorry.
So, you said this new leader, whoever he may be, was instated a year and a half ago, and you fell out of favour 6 months ago. So surely you must have heard something between then and you becoming, no longer the golden child.
I wasn't a golden child. I was just head researcher. And now I'm a priest.
Now, read away from me. You found this under the church, or you found it in a temple nearby?
Not nearby. It was in the desert.
Are we talking the desert on this island, or the desert in mainland Osai?
Osai, mainland. The mainland desert.
Yikes. Okay.
It's not too far from where. Can't tell you. I don't.
I mean, specific, it's so far away at this point. I feel like that's secondary information to what's going on now. What do you think of my idea, though? Replace it.
I don't know if it will work. The church has eyes everywhere. I don't even know if they're even watching. I could be dead by the end of the night. Who knows?
I'm already cast Detect Magic.
Sure. He did say he did cast a magic spell around the area.
Yeah.
Out of paranoia, but
Yeah, so I'll see that aura and I'll see anything else outside of that aura.
there is surveillance, but you're not sure if it's his magic that he's surveilling the area, or if someone's surveilling you.
So he didn't cast an abjuration spell to prevent it. He cast his own divination magic to divine other divine sources. How many of these are you?
Almost all.
You're sure?
Who's to say?
Almost.
I can't detect which one's which.
Drop you a spell.
No. No.
And I'll be able to tell if we're being divined by other people, and we can start this conversation here now.
Roll persuasion.
Also, I did have a 24 on that insight earlier.
I will tell you as soon as that's what I was trying to fucking figure out. Dancing around the question ass bitch.
Nine.
Oof.
Yeah, no. I'm that's not.
I can see that he's cast a spell.
Mhm.
I cast a spell magic on him.
Make Arcana check, please.
16. Is it 6th level or lower?
It's a fairly high spell.
Okay.
He cast it at a very, very high spell.
I mean, I don't know what spell it is, but...
I I'd say it goes out for a few seconds.
Great, I'll take that moment.
He like panics for a second. He drops his sandwich on the floor. He's like, "What the fuck are you?" And then it goes back up. As soon as you do it, the other one's gone.
Okay, so that they might have all been his then.
Maybe.
And then it comes back up.
Mhm.
And that one comes back?
Yeah. Don't do that.
You want confirmation? You have no scrying sensors that aren't your own. Follow it. You're good.
To answer your question, man came out of nowhere. I didn't even know what church he was part of before he got appointed. And then he started making changes. Appointing new people. People I've never even fucking heard of. Some people who had just joined the church. Like, I understand a new person in charge, new whole staff, but I didn't think he would change everything about it. We were doing fine.
Never did.
Never met the man.
Do you have an alias for him?
I-
Any rumors?
He has bad breath. That's all I know.
So you smelled his breath, but you don't
No,
know his-
rumor.
What's his you don't know his name?
The church has become very secretive. I was head researcher. I should have known everything. But when they sent me on this mission, they decided to not tell me shit. My career is completely destroyed.
You're very lucky it wasn't your life.
I probably would have much preferred it.
I'm gonna dig in my pocket, pull out a copper wire, and just it wraps from forefinger to thumb. I'm just gonna send you a message. So our options are limited. We clearly can't fight this thing. We can cull the herd of dogs, but again, that's a temporary solution. Trying to fight the main boy running from his folly and probably suicidal, unless we are insanely smart about it. And even I'm not sure about the reaches of the power. So otherwise, we can just go. He's on the board of excommunicated anyways. He says his life is ruined anyways. It can't be that much worse. And I feel for the guy. But at the same time, it sounds like he's not with people he should be with anymore if he's this good of a person. It might do him for the better to not have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Unless they decide to kill him for his fault.
Oh, they absolutely will.
Well,
So,
but yeah, either way, the solution to this problem is...
my,
Because, I mean, he's not going to give any options. He wants to do a job, but he won't give us any solutions that he can pursue, which I don't know if I like this much. He even knows that we can't do that.
my vote. Leave it were up to me.
Of course not. It's just leave. Just leave.
Just leave.
Just leave.
Well then, you can go and... How much money do you need?
I mean, I'm hoping to expand my collection of spell scrolls. That's not a cheap endeavor. It's not. That's why I'm going to ask people to do that for money. He offered me that as well.
I mean, money's just money.
Money is just money. Education ain't cheap. So,
So, my vote is, if...
this is also a message you talking to me?
Yeah. If we're just shooting this back and forth, then... We're just sort of staring
He's just,
at it.
he just goes, you're just gonna whisper to each other.
You said yourself you're not sure if we're being surveilled. Sorry.
You've given us very limited avenues to pursue, so we're going to try to figure this out on our own, I think.
I don't have any to give.
So,
Listen, I'm sympathetic enough to that.
so
Don't worry, it's not personal.
are your clerks just talking about the job because they think something can be done about this, and you haven't told them stop telling people that?
I can't control people's actions.
You even made it sound like I didn't do somebody like this.
You could.
How?
Get rid of it. I'll give you whatever.
But we're not allowed to see it.
Nah, I'm talking about the monster. And he's like rubbing his.
Are you trying
signs.
to kill me so you don't have to pay me? Because that's what it sounds like.
I'm trying to save my own ass.
And I'm trying to save a bunch of other people's asses. On top of that, killing the monsters is clearly a temporary solution. They don't
What else
just
am I
go
supposed to do?
away. You can't just keep throwing adventurers at the problem. That's a sure fucking thing. Because every time you do, someone might die,
Someone
and
does
it'll
die.
come back
He is a lot
soon enough.
more unhinged
Mm-hmm.
now that he's not being
He's
surveilled.
unhinging me.
He's just desperate. He just wants it to end, and he knows that if he lets someone be in the same room as this thing,
Mm-hmm.
it's the end for him, at least,
I
and possibly the town that he's.
have been trained
sent to.
and been learning to play with the forces of chaos and creation, and even I am not that suicidal. So, unless you have some really bright ideas and maybe some other people to help out, keep us on our feet, back lines, just throw healing spells left and right while we get our asses handed to us, maybe we can work something out. But as it is now, the clear solution for maximum help of maximum people is to destroy the crystal, but you don't want that. What I'm hearing right
I
now,
want it. Oh, I want that desperately.
but you also don't
But you
want
won't facilitate it.
it. Yes.
You don't know the truth.
No. I know that I could be helping people. Do you know the church? I don't know the church.
No, that just tickled me. It's fine.
But you know the church then? If it tickled you so much, you must know something. I just work with churches for depossessing people. That's mostly my gig. Okay, how much?
You can either aid us or not.
You've got clerics.
Try persuade him.
Actually, I was gonna
Oh, go ahead.
switch. If you can provide us clerics to keep us standing while we're fighting this thing, we'll do it. How much are you paying? Hell, before the clerics, how much are you paying?
He's thinking. So about 900 gold.
That's a little bit. Nearly 1,000, I can work with that. I do have an idea. I do think we can get the drop on this thing. I've got a spell that I can prepare in advance that would do a decent amount of damage.
I have to go. And he stands up and.
Yes, well, this is a conversation at this point where we can talk in church because they're only watching and we're going to be talking about fighting people. There'll be no more discussion outside of this. About the crystal.
Yes.
The jewelry.
Go ahead. As he leaves, are you guys staying there for a minute?
Just for a moment, yeah, just have a quick
Cool.
conversation.
A person sits down.
Oh, who is it? What do they look like?
They've got a messy bun, some glasses. I hear y'all fighting demons.
Demons, devils,
Devils,
fiends.
same difference, right?
No.
Not at all.
In meta, no, but I know Ellie's world is a little different.
It's a little different. Oh.
Anyways, I go back to my wire. I'm
Yeah.
talking straight to you. My thought is
Rude.
we take on the fight, kill the demon, take the money, and then take care of the crystal.
Why don't you just take care of the crystal?
Because I want money. Hey, wait a second.
No, you're not supposed to be able to do that.
Who says?
Unless you can read lips.
That could be very possible.
I cover my mouth.
It's not it. She sits back. She's crisscrosses on the
one of
bench.
Was one of those scrying sensors yours?
Oh, I don't need a scry. I'm very observant.
Quotes feet.
quotes feeds.
I mean, you could just get rid of the crystal.
But money.
Who says you can't take it anyways?
Fucking steal food.
Well, you're taking care of a
I was
problem.
still from the church.
And it's not like it's really the church.
So you're having that thought. Why are you having that thought too? Wait, no. We're walking this back.
I feel like
We're
we-
sitting
fuck
down,
are you?
actually.
Can we get Barnabas? We left him out of the, like I feel like we need to fill him in.
Oh,
with this.
sure.
Smash cuts to him like trying to like tie these bottles to spears.
Yeah, sure. You literally are sitting on the ground, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she snaps, and you're just sitting.
And you just see him like look up, the bottle drops, and he's just.
Oh, don't drop that. I don't feel like
Hey,
containing.
okay, first off, okay, there's a lot of questions now. Who the fuck are you?
Have we met?
No.
Okay. No, marvelous. Good
Who
to
the-
meet you.
Who the fuck are you?
Ever heard of the goddess of nature?
Hey, why are you? Insight check.
Sure.
I'm just sweating bullets at this point because this thing got shook, and I'm just.
22.
You're fine, don't worry. Yeah, no, she's the goddess of nature.
This is the weirdest. I have to.
This is my domain. What do you expect?
For you not to just appear in front of mortals. This is not a thing that I've heard of. I'm going Irish.
You are going to get Irish off, but that's all right.
No,
I go Irish when I'm
I
scared.
am.
I'm speaking in tongues. It's Sylvan now.
Yeah, you are. Wild. I'm tired of my flowers getting stamped over.
That's fair enough. Are you gonna go to Saloon so we can fight the demon or take out the crystal?
I'm telling you to go after the crystal first.
First. Go to the demon first. Does the order
Get rid of the
go
crystal, you get rid of the demon.
But the guy will
Devil.
pay us.
Have you ever heard of taking payment discreetly? The guy's got a few loose
Do you know
screws.
my mother?
Yes, we do. We do.
Go hunting together? Adjacent to her?
Kind of.
Oh, there was a wolf, I told you.
Okay, you were being literal. Okay, no, that's fine.
His mother is lovely. Great conversationalist.
Uh-huh.
She doesn't talk to me that much.
Great conversationalist. Granted, you can't turn into a wolf.
No, but you know. You need an effort.
Uh-huh. So, Crystal. Demons disperse.
But at the end of the day, Your Holiness.
I don't do that.
I don't know. Gods are all the same.
I'm no god.
Uh-huh.
You called yourself a
I am
goddess.
god. Listen.
Squeegeous?
Wrong campaign!
I've been waiting for a moment to say squeegeous.
Listen. Yes, I'm a god. I just like the term the mother nature. Sure.
Sure.
Hey, Barnabas, I suppose there's a lot that we've got to catch you up on.
Yeah.
I'll do it discreetly. I don't need other people hearing.
No one's gonna be able to hear anyway. You can speak out freely.
I mean, so the demons are here because of the crystal that is being, I guess, they're after it for their own purposes. The church also wants it for their own purposes. All bad, all bad. The crystal is under the church. The father found it, and his whole team died along the way. It was a whole thing. Yes, that happened.
You're fine.
He doesn't want it destroyed because the
I'm gonna
church
do
will
my
kill
best.
his ass. But if we don't destroy it, the demons will keep on coming back after they, you know.
Could you at least
after
tell me
they're
which one
feeling
it
here.
is? If
So,
you're feeling
find another
generous, I'm
temporary
assuming
solution.
you know.
But he's also offered us.
Go with your
take care of
gut.
the big demon that's bringing the house. She wants the crystal taken care of first.
I just don't want my flowers being trampled over.
Yeah, you hear that? My
They're my children.
Because
More so of Eo.
they may not be part of the church, but those people still have
Alexander.
lives. Right? Like, The father clearly doesn't agree with it. Does the rest of there's people working under him?
Sorry?
Do the rest of the people working under the father, are they okay with this?
Okay with what?
The whole bad shit that church wants
They
to do?
have no idea.
Great. That's why I don't want to steal from a church. Because they're still normal people living normal lives trying to just make a living.
They won't miss it.
Listen, I'm many things, but I'm not a direct thief. At least not from people who, you know, like, that's still a bad look for them.
You sure are concerned about other people.
Yes, it's almost like other people tend to make life worth living for most of us. I mean, for you, I
Most.
suppose it's animals. Your creations of...
Yeah, my creation was Earth.
Not squirrels? Did you make squirrels? I've eaten a lot of squirrels. Is that bad?
It's a dog-eat-dog world.
Dog eat squirrel, as it turns out.
Wolf, really.
Dog eat wolf?
Wolf.
Dog wolf
I always
squirrel?
wondered, could you, if you tried hard enough, could you, like, turn into a wolf?
Oh, I'm working on it. Yeah.
I have, some lichens I could just throw your way. if you want.
No, I'd rather be my own volition, not. I'm okay. I'm working on it.
Sure.
I've got something in the
I can do
works. I've been working on a spell. I'm okay.
Okay.
Unless you just want to give me the magical knowledge to cast
No, that wouldn't be fun.
polymorph. Exactly. I'm working toward it for my own sake. But I also don't want to be bitten by a werewolf.
You don't have to be bitten.
I don't want to be cursed by a werewolf.
You don't have to be cursed.
I don't want to have werewolf blood in my blood.
Okay. Thought I'd give it a shot.
No,
No, I wouldn't drink it.
I wouldn't either. But I don't think drinking a thing automatically means it goes to your bloodstream.
Well.
Not that easy.
I've given you the right direction. It's whether you guys want to go towards it or not.
I mean, you seem to know a lot of that subject. Do they just teleport onto the flowers? Do they just start there, pull the open, and walk, don't you drop onto them?
You ask a lot of questions. This is why I don't like wizards.
Or do they
There's
start for the back of the forest and work their way?
portals pop here and there. They're not stable enough to be able to create a consistent portal. They keep getting thrown back to their home plane. Now, if you were to destroy the crystal, it would be a little bit of a different story, because then the portal's stability for the short amount of time would dissipate completely, and you wouldn't be getting these creatures at all.
Unless we happen to destroy it while they're here. In which case they're stuck here until they find
Destroyed in the morning when they're not.
I still kind of want to do it.
You could.
I've got this spell.
I could bring one here if you want.
No. What?
Yeah,
Like,
no.
how could... What?
If
Why
you want
do
to fight it so
Why
bad.
do you have dominion over that?
If you want us to destroy this thing so badly, which I think you do, I'm well aware of my limits. There's no way to destroy this thing as thoroughly as would be actually
Break it down into
useful.
pieces. Chop it up. Disperse it with magic. It's not that hard.
I only have one more to spell.
Maybe once upon a time, darling, but if you want us to do this thing for you,
Are you gonna pay us? Ooh.
will you make it easier to actually take care of this thing in a substantive way? I'm not going to risk my life for a bloody band-aid.
Okay.
Money's just money.
Money's the only reason
They get
we
it. Anyway, you want a boon? Here. She just kind of hits you on the head. There you go. You have one charge.
Thank you. What is it a charge of?
It's basically it's a slicing spell that can slice through the magics and divide it completely and disperse it into a different plane, not plane of existence, but like different part of the earth. It would take a substantial amount of power to try to gather the crystals and create the crystal again.
Sexy.
Better?
Oh, much.
Mm.
Yeah. Let's fuck this whole crystal up.
And you're probably wondering why I'm not going after myself. I've got my own rules.
I figured it was hollow ground type thing, like stepping on the god's turf.
Oh, I don't give a shit about that. Let them. What I'm saying is, I've created my own little set of rules. I can aid every once in a while. But I'll never intervene to the point where I'm just doing it myself, because that'd be boring.
Quite.
I'm always here for a good time, not a long one.
How did you? Be here longer than just about every other thing.
You seem a little confused.
No,
You're a
I'm not
smart guy.
confused. I'm pretty much caught up. I'm just very concerned, and
Why?
normally these things someone dies, but at least on the bright side.
Oh, I
Are
guarantee
you-
no one will die.
Are you about to try to arrest her? That'd be hilarious if you tried to arrest her.
No, honestly.
I would pay
To
you
guess.
physical money to try and arrest this woman.
Oh, please do.
I'll give you a pearl with 100
Love a little
gold.
good foreplay.
That
Given my last couple of weeks, I have no reason to believe she's bullshitting me. And the fact that she's got.
yeah.
Oh, Bass. You're cute.
How's mother doing?
Sorry?
How's mother doing?
Oh, she's well. She, like, stops and looks around. Red dragon this time?
Jesus Christ.
She's wild.
You need to tell her to calm down. Like, I understand, like, it's fun for her.
It's just a hatchling. It's fine.
There should still be a few left around for the sake of study.
There's plenty more where this came from.
Okay, fair. Just, I mean, Jesus.
It's not like we're
mean,
running on
Scrooge's-
low supply. Well, that you're aware of.
She hunts dragons for sport.
Good. Is she a dire wolf or just like a wolf wolf?
No, she only does wolf.
Okay.
She might run up dire wolf sometimes, but she's wolf.
Questions, comments, or concerns that I would actually answer. Because if I help you too much, then it'd be...
Do you want to
Not
help me
so fun.
monetarily? Help me monetarily?
No.
Do this job for you? What am I getting out of it?
The church is glutted. If you really want something, take it.
Good choice of words.
Honestly, this is same shit, different day. Just point me toward what's going to explode.
If you want to blow up the church, go ahead. Tired of that
I will
bastard's
also pay you
church in
money for
here.
that.
Okay, let's go break a crystal for free.
It's not free if you just take some money.
No.
The church has plenty of it.
I think you're misinterpreting. We're doing you a service for free. And
You're
stealing
doing you a
things on the
service for
side.
free.
I mean, we could just leave.
I got a boon. I mean, to be fair, it's a spend it once and done thing, but
Yeah, if I gave you too many, that would take the suspense out of it.
intervention.
I thought you were over adventurers. Come on. Where's your sense of oomph, you know?
I consider myself a bit of an adventurer.
So is your mom.
Herself or myself?
You.
Oh.
She knows she's an adventurer. I know she's an adventurer.
Hmm.
Just yes.
When are we
Pass.
doing this? Probably
I would
At
do it
night.
before nightfall.
before?
Because of the devils.
Because if you catch them in a interval where they are on this plane, it'd be significantly harder to get out of this town. Because then they won't leave.
Yeah.
But aren't they allergic to the light, right? So when the sun rises...
Allergic,
Not
prefer not to be
allergic, no,
around
yeah.
it.
Oh,
But
okay.
you all knew
That.
that. That was my book.
Ah.
Okay.
Well, it's been fun chatting with y'all.
Fun's a word, yeah.
It is indeed. And put on a good show for me. And as she says that and puts her hands down, she's just gone.
I'm
And-
going out to you two then. Oh, good.
Sorry, and you didn't notice before, but there were people who were just kind of standing there in mid-walk, and then as she disappeared, things just started going normal.
And my coffee finally got to me. I'd like to point out that if everything goes according to like this plan we're about to throw together, it won't be much of a show. We'll sneak in, destroy the thing, and sneak out.
But metaphysically, we're, you know,
I guess
stirring a
it's
big,
factored
shitty pot.
in. We can do it during mass.
firmly believe
I'd be alright
it's
with
never
that.
that simple.
Oh, absolutely not. But she says expect she wants a show, but the plan is sneak in with us.
How much time do we have before the sun is setting?
It's
Oh,
what,
I would
2
know
p.m.?
exactly what it is.
It's about 2 p.m. now.
Okay.
It's about 2
2
p.m.
p.m.?
It's 2 p.m. right now. Yes, it is.
Find the shows. But we should wait till the next mass.
Okay.
We'll be busy. I'm sure we'll probably have someone.
The next mass starts around 3:30.
I can only cast a spell magic once.
I'm not quite done putting my stuff together.
You're not gonna need to burn anything, apparently. I mean, put it together still. You don't, with whatever time you have left, then you can do more and hold on to it. But
As you guys prepare for this heist of sorts, that's where we're going to end it. This was a longer episode than we were anticipating. But we've set up some really great stuff. We'll be seeing you guys next episode where we will still be wearing the same stuff. I'm Ellie. I've been your DM, and these are my lovely players.
I'm Ollie. I've been Glory.
I'm Jason. I've been Galvin.
I'm Kyle. I've been Barnabas.
Thanks for watching.
We'll see y'all next time.